got the possibly the most exciting final for the season. It's 4-1 once more with Sergio Finucci on it. And it's UKB on P3 from your boy and Matthew Hart. With Spike CB in 6th place from Marcus Adelaide and Niles Crumpley. With Ultra in P9 from Nicholas Palomino and Sebastian Campo in P11. There's 2 up Ultra Delivery and Stella 12th and 13th from Dalbog Sarab and Verdetto. Sorry, Ocampo's been mentioned before. Then there's Chris Cornwell and Kiss Andalay from Ravo and Versio. Then we have Carlos Eduardo, Iago, and then finally Crumpley, Victor Levi, and Lanfong. Here we go, everyone. The Brazilian Grand Prix, 9 points separating the top 4 in the championship. It's Spiker and Andalay tied at the top. Finucci 2 points down, UKB 9. As we go green in Brazil to start round 16 of this championship. David Sakira straight away off to a great start. Finucci though on the attack straight away. He needs to try and win this world championship. This is Finucci's first ever chance. But unfortunately, he's down on his teammate. Your boy, though, crucially up in the 3rd position. That's great for his chances, as UKB and Spike are P4 and P5. That's not good for them, and especially for Chaos Andalay. Down in P18, he had an awful qualifying. At the worst possible time, and Sergio on the inside line. So close to contact with Finucci, and yet they just managed to stay still and into the wall. Oh! Ravo's out. And is that Andalay, possibly? No, it was Eduardo. And he is still in this race. Finucci and Sergio don't know how they avoided contact. God, they came so close to each other. UKB will get ahead of your boy, which is good for him in this race. But yeah, for these championship contenders, Andalay, Spiker, and UKB, they need to hope that Ford just take each other out, because Ford are currently a whole step ahead of the field right now in terms of their car, which is perfect for Finucci. As we're about to go green again, Sergio, with the advantage of them soft tyres, he's going to try and use them wisely to catch up to his teammate. Of course, he'll also want to try and collect some race wins to see if he has that impossible chance of trying to win this World Championship, which he can still do, although it is still very unlikely. Sergio getting very close up to the back of Hux Finucci. He isn't close enough though. As we're on board with the Penske Ford right now, fast in the first sector is first Theo. Sergio picking up a warning there for track limits. He's got to be careful. Of course, he can't waste these valuable points for the try to win this World Championship. They're currently in position to do that, but like if they can't risk any points, because if they make one big mistake, then yeah, that could be a massive threat to their championship. Finucci, crucially though, has managed to get an incredible restart to this race. And David Sakira is starting to struggle, which could put some pressure onto him. As it stands, Finucci will take this championship lead. And final sector there. Is that contact on the main straight? Andalay's got a penalty. Iago in the Jaguar making contact with him. As down the main straight. Oh, what the hell? Victor Levi making contact there with Rack and Crumpley. He's been penalised for it. Sergio though now catching up to Hux Finucci, as UKB catching up to Sergio. So there we go, the pressure is on for Ford. UKB is closing in on them. Your boy not far behind. Spiker also not far behind your boy. However, Spike does have quite a big task to do here. You need to try and close in to your boy, because he is starting to fall away from him. And heading down the main straight now into lap 4. Finucci leads, and he's going to avoid the pit lane. Davey Sergio also stays out, which is a bit of a surprise considering his tyres are not in a good state at the moment. Your boy catching up to UKB right on the back of the British driver. Not close enough to get a move done though. As many drivers on this main straight here battling it out as Iago comes into the pit lane. Armand Stiller in P12 here has a 5-second time penalty which he needs to serve at his next pit stop. And Victor Levi ran Crumpley getting really close once more. Crumpley though just holding his position as he goes around the outside of turn 3, but that's just short-lived that position, as Victor Levi straight back up into 19th place. Chaos Adelaide catching up to the back of these guys. He's in a quicker car, like way quicker, and oh, what the hell? What the hell did we just witness there? On board with Chaos Adelaide? Jesus, how did he survive that? And his virtual safety car has been called out, and Sergio is coming in. He's into the pit lane. This is good for his race. He could definitely make use of this. This free pit stop could give him the win if the strategy is correct at Ford, and it is hard tyres on for him. That is possibly a very good choice, as the virtual safety car has come to an end. Finucci leading, UKB second, your boy in third, Spiker in fourth, as he is finally caught to the back of UKB and your boy. They've not really been in much of a fight, but they have been close to each other. Now your boy is definitely going to be a threat. Like, if he can keep up this great pace here, he could see himself to be in this title fight, but it's very unlikely, but it is still doable. And that is the key thing here for your boy. He knows he can still win this championship somehow. If he can find a way to win it, he's gonna use that way. Now, UKB is closing in on Hux Finucci. Possibility that Finucci could be coming into the pits at the end of this lap then. As we're on board for the rear view of the Ford. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if he comes in, but he stays out. He stayed out, and now UKB is getting very, very close to him. Spiker looking to go for a move on your boy. He's got that move done. He's cleared the Mercedes into turn 1. Now his Crippy comes into the pit lane after 5 laps on the soft tyres. And your boy's going to fight back on Spiker, straight through into third. Spiker seen super clipping there. And that does explain the loss of speed there for Spiker on that straight. He was super clipping to recharge his battery, and it's looking to be a good move from him. And, is that another possible move there? It was a good attempt by Spiker, your boy. He managed to hold him off, though. Great for his race, not good for Spikers. As we're on board still with the Williams driver, who's got a very full battery at the moment. Not completely full, but it has a lot of charge in it at the moment. Compared to your boy, who just doesn't have that charge. This here is a big disadvantage for him, but the pair of them both in the pits. In fact, the entire top 4 have all came in. Oh, Hux Finucci there has been held up. He's been held up a lot right there. Like, no one's jumped him or anything, but UKB now very close to him. Davey Sakira expectedly leading the way right now. Nicholas Palomino as well takes the fastest lap of this race. On somewhat fresh softs, however, we'll be getting their visible wear pretty soon. As we're on board with the Jaguar to try to get closer to Nicholas Palomino, to Chaos Andale. Oh, Andale moving over to the inside line. Palomino sticking with the outside, even though he doesn't really need to through this little part of the track here. And here we go, in towards the right-hander. He's made it through, but Finucci is determined. He's going to go on the inside here. And that was an incredible pass on the Audi. Can he finish it off with the move on the Jaguar? Down the inside. And he's done it. Hux Finucci with probably one of the best set of double overtakes I've ever seen here. That was pure determination from him. And he knows that he's under pressure this race. And wow, he has succumbed to that. He just managed to deal with that pressure so well. And I can't believe he's managed to do that. As UKB moves up ahead of Palomino up in the 5th place now. The Jaguar can't do anything to fight that one. As now the Britain aims to try and close in on Finucci, who is super clipping down the straight. So that's going to recharge up his battery nicely. However, Palomino gets out of UKB, who looks to have also partially super clipped. Palomino this time super clipping through this section. Also, if you're unable to see what the super clipping looks like, well, super clipping here is where the ERS button starts to flash. It's, yeah, pretty noticeable. As well, the LEDs on the steering wheel will also start to flash at the same time. But Dave Sinclair now, currently sitting here with a legitimate 13 plus second lead from Matthew Hart and Hux Finucci. Owen still yet to pit. Finucci closing in on Matthew Hart. His P2 won't really last long, I don't think, as out goes Nice Crumply on the main straight. I don't know, possible super clipping incident, I don't know about that. But Chaos Andale, perfect timing for him. He'll be able to serve his penalty, change on to fresh tyres. So yeah, he's going to make the most of a bad situation right now. And he's just waiting for them 5 seconds to pass. Sergio, though, legitimate 16-second lead. Like, this is crazy. As, oh, bit of a hold up there for Chaos Andale, as Bogdasarov has got the jump on him. Now, be a bit of a frustration here for the Audi driver in pursuit of his first World Championship. And into the wall goes Carlson Wano. Separate instant though, I think. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it was the only one. Oh, we'll ignore what I'm saying right now because Hooks Finucci has got a 5-second time penalty. Contact Matthew Hart, I presume. Maybe a bit too rushed right now, and that has not helped his race at all. Damage to his car, damage to Hart's car, and Finucci's the one who pays the price the most here of that 5-second time penalty. Palomino's still up in 5th position. He's held that nicely on them old soft, but it's finally time for him to pit. As UKB and Spike are very close here on the main straight. 4th and 5th right now as Ultra Bro possibly go for a move here on Marcus Adelaide. Oh, Adelaide defending nicely there, forcing Ultra Bro to back out right there. And that puts him under threat from your boy, who's deploying that battery and active aero down the straight. It's not enough to catch Ultra Bro, who I presume is doing the same thing. But can Sergio, though, get to the end of this race? I don't think so. The tyres simply are just too worn. But on a fresh set of tyres, he's going to be unstoppable. So Davey Sergiera has got the golden ticket to race victory here. As he starts lap 11 as race leader. Carl Savano coming into the pit lane, well, coming out of the pit lane now. He is lapped. Finucci though finally ahead of Matthew Hart. He's cleared the Apex GP, spiking now ahead of UKB, who's now under threat from Marcus Adelaide. Even though his tyres are a lot more worn, he flies past the Britain. And he's down to 6th. Ultra coming into the pit lane, and surprisingly, his tyres were very worn. 4 laps old now as of the end of the current lap. As we go on board with UKB, who's going to just get past Adelaide, who leaves the door open. However, he did hold him up, that's what I meant to say. And Spiker in 4th position right now. He's doing pretty well, as Ultra has got a penalty. I thought it was UKB there, I saw you, and I saw Adelaide and UKB coming close. But yeah, Marcus Adelaide, with sheer determination, putting up an incredible move there. He's doing all he can right now to hold up UKB. As Davey Sergiera into the pits as expected. Soft tyres though, he's going to have to do another stop. Another stop's going to be needed. And Matthew Hart's still a pretty good distance from Hooks Finucci. But Spiker here is going to go to the outside of turn 1. Amazing move right there from Spiker up into 2nd place. Net race first as well, by the way. So this is still good for his championship. But Matthew Hart straight back ahead. Spiker clipping on the straight into turn 4. As UKB ahead of Marcus Adelaide, who can now start to hold up your boy. But yeah, I can most certainly say right now, Marcus Adelaide has been a massive roadblock here for UKB. And here we go, he's going to go for another move on the British driver. Contact there, your boy! Colliding with Marcus Adelaide, both of them will have damage to the car. And yeah, somehow UKB managed to avoid that. Props to him there for somehow avoiding a battle and a crash that happened literally right around him. And yeah, surely Marcus Adelaide is going to be slowed down the straight, surely. Like, he could start clipping. No, he's going to deploy instead. Oh, he's clipping at the end of the straight. Once again, holding up UKB. So yeah, the strategy here is very interesting by Williams. But it's still perfectly legal. The amount of time, though, that Marcus Adelaide has cost UKB is just incredibly high. It's an incredibly high amount of time. A lot of time, which has been very important as well in this race. Like, he was fighting with Spiker earlier, and Spiker here is in that race first. That's just how much it's cost him. But now Davey Sergiera, the fresh tyres, fresh, soft tyres, is getting closer to Spiker now. Heading down the straight, can he go for a move on him? No, he can't. Because Finucci and Spiker are both into the pit lane. And yeah, a lot of the hard tyre runners have come in. Marcus Adelaide, on the other hand, has stayed out. He has opted to stay out on track. Now, Sergiera currently looks on track to win this race right now. Kiss Adelaide, he's into the pit lane. He's going to change his tyres. He's on 2 medium tyres. as he leaves his box without any delays. That's nicely done from Audi. However, he's got to recover some points in this race, otherwise his championship hopes are well and truly gone. This race already made them look like they were gone, but it could be worse. It could get even worse for him. As Livery on the inside, clearing Matthew Hart. That's good for him. He came all not far behind Hart, as Hart and Livery are going to battle it out again. Hart on the inside line, through turns 6 and 7, and he's up into 12th. Wow, what incredible battles we're getting here in Brazil, as it's lap 15 out of 17. Race leader David Secchiera looking for another home win. He's already won it at this track before. He would love to win it again. He can do it. He's got the lead. He can conserve them tyres. As Livery down the straight is currently part of this massive train that we've got right now. As UKB will try to force his way through on Lam Phong, who's being a bit of an issue right now for him. And this should be a move around turn 3. Lam Phong moves over to the left. UKB will out of battery though. He's going to have to clip. And if he doesn't clip, he's just going to be screwed in the straights. Like any other straight. And now we're clipping through the corner, which is possibly the most effective way to do it, because you're not losing as much time and you're still recharging that battery. So Secchiera now leading though on to lap 16. His tyres will make it to the end of the race, which is good for him. Marcus Adelaide still in P2. His tyres are flashing on, his tyre icon is flashing. However, they should still make it to the end. Barely, but they will still make it. Spiker P5, so this is a good race for him at the moment. Hux Felucci down in 9th place. He's got to get some places made up right now. Like, that penalty has just been a race ruiner for the Penske Ford. Kind of get ahead of Palomino. He's still committing to the left-hand side. Well, might have been worth it because he's alongside Palomino. He should be ahead of him as not virtual safety car, sector 1. Something had happened. Looking back though at Hux Felucci, who is now ahead of Palomino completely. He can now try and chase after Chris Cornwell. David Secchiera though, leading on to the last lap of this race. I don't know what Secchiera's done different now in the second half of the season, but he has well and truly fought back at his rivals. And I'm gonna be honest, even though he's on the best of places in the World Championship, this has got to be great for him. Spiker in P2, this is probably one of the best case scenarios for him, as UKB will pick up a 5-second time penalty. That's going to be some more points costed for him. But yeah, for Spiker right now in P2, this is looking great for him. He's still going to have a championship lead, and he's going to extend it by quite some bit. Davey Secchiera though, with the massive confidence booster he needed, the fight's not over yet for him, as Davey Secchiera will cross the line to win at home once more. He wins the Brazilian Grand Prix. Spiker will make it second place right now. Great result for him. Marcus Adelaide in P3 at the moment. Your boy right behind for 10-second time penalty. He would love to get this place even if it's just on the road, but he won't do that. Marcus Adelaide comes home for P3. It's a 2-3 for Williams, and that's what they need for the World Constructors Championship. Ocampo in 5th from Felucci and Cornwell. Then we got Ultra Bro. Oh, wait, UKB ball. Oh no. Oh, what's happened there? What the hell? Hello? What have we just witnessed there? Disastrous last lap for UKB ball right there. No points scored. Like, what the hell? He crashed, got launched in the pit lane, took a pit stop while serving his penalty. Hey, at least he finished ahead of Palomino and Eduardo, who finished P20 and P. Questionable last lap, but hopes are high for Davey Secchiera with that incredible race win. P2 though, belonging to Spiker as he extends his championship lead. Marcus Adelaide in P3 though, rounds up the podium for Williams. That 2-3 for Williams though is very good for that Constructors Championship. as we head into the next race weekend at Bahrain, which is also a sprint weekend, believe it or not. And with that, David Kiera, your race winner. Let's listen to the Brazilian. Lego Sekiro, Spiker, and Adelaide your podium today, but after also Campo and Hooks Fenucci from Chris Cornwell and your boy. On to finished P8 from Ultra Matthew Hart, who rounded off the top 10. Now Boxara finished P11 from Demedo, Ayago, and Andalay, with Lamfong being the final driver to score some points. Victor Levi finished 16 from Livery, and Versio UKB ending it off in the pit lane somehow. That was Palomino and Eduardo, and for the drivers it was Nice Crumply, Rack Crumply, and Ravo. And with that, 2 rounds to go, 1 sprint left. See you next time in the sprint race in Bahrain when the APX F1 series returns.